really excited to be here today to talk about the experience that I had with this basement project. It's a project that I wanted to do for a long time, probably since I bought the house 8 or 9 years ago. But I was really reluctant, and the reason that I was reluctant is because I had a very bad experience with another contractor. A job that was supposed to take 5 months took over 2 years to finish. So you can imagine the disruption and the stress that might have caused. So when I was looking for a company to do this remodel, I was very concerned about certain things. Quality, of course, but reliability. I needed someone who was going to come through when they said they were going to come through. And I also cared very much about the design. Years ago, about 8 years ago, I had an experience with this company, but it was just kitchen countertops. And they did a beautiful job. And I remembered how reliable they were. You know, they said they were going to come, they showed up. They, and the counters are beautiful. But, kitchen counters versus a full basement redesign is a big leap. So I was a little gun shy. Well, finally, I decided to move forward with this project. And from the beginning, everything just went so smoothly. They estimated the time of the project. They were right on the money. And again, problems happen, things happen, sometimes timelines have to be changed, and I understand that. And we did have a problem. We had, we had installed the commode, and the commode was defective, so it had to be taken out, it had to be reinstalled a new one, and so there's always going to be problems, and there are always going to be things that can affect the timeline. But how close or distant is the project timeline really mattered to me. I mean, I had different people coming in and out of my home. I wanted that to be completed in a reasonable amount of time, and boy, did they ever. I mean, they just really did a superb job on that. And the other thing, and this is a reliability issue to me, is that the crew was the same crew, or there might have been another person or two here and there, but it was the same people in and out of my house. And, I live here, so that mattered to me. But I'd also like to talk about the quality. These 3 people really knew what they were doing, and they were able to do it in a way that made sense. They made, there's always going to be a design, things that come up that need a creative solution. They were able to come up with the creative solutions. It was just amazing what the craftsmanship of the project, as well as the design experience. The communication all along the design process through the end was superb. Regarding the design, there were a couple of things that were really important to me, and one was to preserve that open feeling that I had when I walked in the door. I think that could have easily been lost, but the designer kept talking to me about that and asking me what I wanted. I mean, these people actually listened to me. Go figure. And so that was really important, and I think they did a really good job preserving that. And the other thing was the lighting. I really wanted a bright space. And, I do things down here. I do some needle work, and I wanted to be able to see. Well, let me tell you, they came through on the lighting. It's fabulous. No matter what I said, they kept listening, and then they kept kind of perfecting it. I didn't want the bathroom to infringe too much on the space, so we kept playing with it. And not only did they show me on paper, but they came and they put tape on the floor so I can kind of visualize it. So it was a very healthy back and forth exchange with good ideas from their part that I hadn't thought about, and also taking my ideas into consideration. I also do want to mention something at the very end of the project. This was when everything was done and people were gone, and I had already started to get it put together. I noticed something which I thought could have been a really big problem, and it could have been. So I text it. There's a text setup that they have for communication that works quite well. And this was on a Sunday morning, and it certainly wasn't an emergency, but it was something that I was concerned about. They got back to me within an hour on a weekend. I mean, who does that? So all in all, and I didn't really mention the cost, and the cost was extremely affordable for what I got. I mean, these people were amazing to work with, start to finish. It was a painless experience that also ended up to be very pleasurable. So I can't say enough about this company. And no, I'm not related to them. I don't know anybody. It was an experience where I had a good experience many years ago with the kitchen counters, and I just decided to take the leap and give them a chance on this project. So glad I did.